My name is Reed Hankinson. I have lived in Atlanta my whole life. I produce film and video, and I've been playing Travian for 4 years.
Dang.
I want to say 4 years.
No, it's 09.
So 5 years. He knows better than I do.
I'm Robbie Lee. I've been playing Travian since 07, so 7 years. And yeah.
It's like a small child.
Yeah,
Been playing
small children have been born since I've been playing Travian.
Like they're not even really small children anymore. Like they're almost
my Travian strategy is a race of development. With
if you had to guess how many troops you have trained on Travian since that time, how much would you estimate?
You've got to be over like a couple 100,000.
It would be an embarrassing amount probably for what you would think, because
you think it's a couple million?
Well, no, because I've played early game a lot, and you don't always make troops in early games, so like.
I'm Tucker Warner. I'm a videographer living in Atlanta. I'm actually from a small town in Ohio that actually reminds me a lot of Germany when I visited there. I grew up with like a lot of Dutch, Amish. I've been playing Travian now for about maybe a year or so off and on, maybe a year or two. I think I started back in like 2012. I was exposed to it a little bit earlier, but it took me a minute to get caught on.
Let's describe the first experience when we got off the plane. Granted, we had been on this plane for about 9 hours straight.
Yeah. And we left in the afternoon, our time.
Yeah, we left 5 o'clock our time, so we'd already been up all day. We left 5 o'clock our time. We arrived, it was like 8 o'clock in the morning German time.
I had like 30 hours of like no sleep or something like that.
By the time I went to bed that night, I had not slept well over 24 hours. The first thing I noticed was, the fact that everything was in German.
Yeah, that was shocking.
Happens in Germany.
It wasn't like too scared, but it was like, it kind of like hit you.
We went to the train station and there was beer there.
But do you remember like the trains were pretty sweet. It was like Marna times 1,000.
Everyone was very friendly, and like that was, everyone told us that going, like everyone, people in Germany love, anyone from another country, but it was surprisingly very hospitable. Our first foray into German culture was the beer garden across the street from the hotel. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty sweet.
Cool.
Yeah.
What I liked about Germany the most was that like on a sunny day, everybody was going outside to find it. Like remember those kids that were jumping in that creek that it was like a creek that they'd engineered to become like a very dangerous river that was 10 feet wide.
It was boom, like pushing pretty quick. It was fast.
Those kids were like jumping in and just like taking them down the road.
It must have been cold too, because it was warm, but that water looked pretty cold.
Yeah, I mean because it was sunny there.
I think I stuck my hand in it. It was chilly.
It was chilly, and those guys.
It was colder than I would want to jump my whole body in.
It was gorgeous, and it was such a big park too. Like I don't even think we really got the majesty of it.
It was amazing how you walk through the. It was amazing how you walk through the city, and the city is so dense, and then you walk in this park, and you just disappear into the park. The first. It was probably the second day we were there. We got to actually meet some of the people at Travian. They invited us to their community moderators, function. I guess is a good way to describe it.
Way of giving back.
I'd look from there.
So we're here at this bar that the name I can't really pronounce, and all the CM's community moderators are here, and so we've met people from Russia, Italy, UK. I think the person who runs the US servers is over the UK.
She's from Australia, right?
Yeah, and she runs Australia too. Yeah. And I don't know. We've just seen all these kinds of different people, and it's really cool. They're treating us so. Free German beer.
It's kind of funny too, because everybody's got their own like pockets where they can all speak their language. But then people are pretty good at mingling around and meeting everybody and trying to talk to everybody, which is nice. It makes me feel a little bit better because those people know a lot more different languages than I do.
Because we got lots.
Like this bottle of water costs more than this beer.
And it's tap water.
And it's tap. But, oh god, that was pretty good. Well, I can barely understand German. This guy's Spanish, Polish.
I can do English really well.
Yeah, hey.
I'm really good at that.
Luckily, everybody else can speak English. They have way better education system. Heck is about to speak. So, we have to really concentrate. Otherwise,
I'm very happy to have you here. This evening is especially for you, for the multi hunters, for the community members, for the supporters, for the moderators, and everybody else who supports the game.
You ready? For Germany!
for Germany!
Yeah, they had people from Spain, Czechoslovakia, Russia, Australia, Poland, Italy. I mean, people from all over the world they had brought for because they were having a birthday party the next day, and it was cool. They invited us to experience this with them. I mean, obviously we're not community moderators, but
we get to be there.
Yeah, we got to be there for it, and it was it was at a bar. It was a local bar, and we went there, and it was just cool. I mean, there's people from at one table was people from Australia, the next table was people from Spain, and people from Poland, and people from Russia, and everyone's meeting each other through beer, and that was nice. The birthday party. It was the next day. We were there for most of the setup. We saw them setting up tents, the bartender, the DJ setting it up. All the people from the CM meeting were there, as well as people from around Germany. People had come in from out of town
People just started
showing up. Yeah, I mean, it was
tons of people there.
I was surprised. I really was.
I'm one of the founders of the company, starting in 2005 when we founded Travian Games GmbH. But I started a little bit earlier with programming and coding Travian the game. It was in the beginning of 2003, and in 2004 we started the game, and that's exactly 10 years ago now. One of the favorite things is that you play with thousands of people together, and it's not only a game that takes some hours, but that lasts for several months. And so the things you build have a lot more meaning than if the game only lasts for half an hour or an hour maybe. Because the decision I make today will affect the gameplay weeks and months later.
What was y'all's experience? Food was awesome. Beer was awesome.
There were just all kinds of people there, young people, old people. There were people there with their kids, and there was the guy there with the tattoo on his back.
He was the world wonder holder on his server, and he got that tattooed on his shoulder. I don't know if I would do that, but
it did look
good to
pretty
know
cool.
that.
Kudos to him.
Yeah, kudos to him.
We also saw them playing a Travian card game, which was pretty neat.
There was a
It
Travian
looked
card
pretty fun.
game.
Recently,
Cool.
it looked just like the video or the browser game.
There was we actually had a foosball tournament, which was cool. One of the game we actually won. We actually bet them. We had a little side bet. We said that if we won that game, then they would allow us to use as many bots as we wanted on the open beta. So here we come, open beta. I had to challenge some of the Germans to a drinking competition.
Yeah, it was only. It was only.
we had to.
I'm gonna say I won every time. There was one for sure that I almost won.
Yeah, you might have. There was a chance, but out of the 100 that we did, I'm just kidding.
Needless to say, you kept up with the Germans. Nice.
Yeah, sort of.
Almost every time I did, yeah.
He kept up till he couldn't.
Yeah, until you were on the floor. I just think you can meet people there and you'd be like, "What's your name?" And you'd be like, "What country are you from?" Because they're not from Germany; they're from all these different other places. And
so we had a day where we got to go to Travian headquarters and actually sit in on a lot of the meetings. What goes on behind the scenes of Travian, how they, it was cool to see their workflow. They talked about how they worked on problems from the initial start of the problem, figuring it out, how they fix it. Going through, they all have stand-up meetings, so every meeting you see at Travian, everyone's standing up. It gets people engaged, gets people talking. The big thing was we sat in on the meetings, but they were all in German.
Yeah,
so we didn't really understand a lot of it, but it was cool. It's cool seeing it. But their whole workspace was very open, very
It was open. That's a good way to put it.
Comfortable is a good way to
Yeah.
describe it. It was very comfortable. We met a lot of the staff there. We met the T4 lead, the T5 lead. We met some of the upper management.
Got to see like the programmers work.
Overall, we've made some really cool additions to the game that add a strategic layer, and also we've made the game better accessible now that we're able to give you mobile access to the game, as well as putting an in-game chat into the game. So especially for new players that don't know anybody, they have a first point of contact by just writing in their Kingdom chat and say, hey, I need help. The more players on a server, the more fun. And I think that with the new system, more players will actually get to know about the end game.
What's your favorite thing about being part of the Travian Games and this community here?
To be honest, it's really great to be here. It's of course for me, I joined the company when there were I think 13, 14 employees, so it was really small, and so yeah, I saw the company grow and the whole success story from its beginning, and maybe something special about Travian as a company, people that work here, it really feels really familiar. We're very close to each other. It's friend-like people that around here. We do much things, not beside the work time, and I think this is really a great atmosphere to work. I sometimes describe it like this: every day you come to the office, you know everything is good in principle and in the beginning. Of course, the other day you have hassle, you have problems, you have challenges, you have to solve stuff. But if you arrive, everything is good because you don't have like permanent personal struggles and stress and stuff. And I really appreciate this. Yeah, that's how we described. Yeah.
I thought it was just cool how we got to like spend a lot of time with a lot of the people there at Travian Games that make a difference there and impact the game. We get to actually talk to them about different things about the game and like why they do this and why they do that, and what they think about different parts of the game and how they even play. And I mean, that in and of itself, as someone who's been playing for such a long time, like that was really cool.
Dizzy without you, then I pick myself up because I had to. Reaching out with broken arms, standing on legs too tired to run away. Bloody sheets and I rolled up pillowcase to search every room in this run-down place. I've had this headache for days, and so I followed your footsteps to the end of my driveway. So I guess this is goodbye and good luck. And so I guess too much was never quite enough.
Tell us how you feel about Germany.